Hello guys, and welcome back to a new video, and this is gonna be a follow-up for the previous video where I showed you a very high probable entry model to determine the shift in order flow or the shift in market structure, right? I showed you the idea of it, the logic of it, and then I showed you examples, but I feel like I didn't show enough examples, right? Because the whole idea of the model is to identify the low, or let's say for example a bearish market structure shift. The whole idea is to identify the low or the zone responsible for keeping the order flow bullish, and when that zone or that low gets broken, price will likely to reverse after that, right? So this is not a mechanical way. You're just gonna see maybe a sweep on a certain low or a certain high, right? Higher time frame high, or tapping into a zone, right? And then waiting for the previous low to get broken. So something like this. This is not something like this. And then taking price lower. The last low that was printed, this is not it. This is identifying which low, either this or this, is the one, and also which zone is the one responsible for keeping the order flow bullish. And then when price breaks it, there's a high probability again to travel lower. So a refresher about the model before showing you the examples, right? And I have really high quality examples. You'll understand better. And in the next video, I'm going to do a backtesting session about it, a whole day on the 5-second, and so you can follow along with me, right? You can be at the same page with me. So the model is something like this. I told you that we have a zone, right? When we have the first stop here, all right? And then price trading to the downside, and then one more time price trading to like this, for example, and then sweeping the previous high. So when price does this, all right, so what we have here, we have a sweep. All right, this is just a quick refresher. Again, you can go to my previous video and understand the model by details, but I promise you this is high probable model if you use it right. Okay, so this is the previous zone. I showed you that when price sweeps this low inside this zone and then breaks some kind of a low here, this is a continuation model. This zone is pushing price to the downside. This is a strong zone, but in case of price violating this zone, this is a strong indication of reversing the trend. Okay, you can use it also here. I showed you that we have the same thing here happening here. You can see that we have the first stop here, and then price swept this. All right, so when price come back or start trading to the downside, and this zone fails to push it to the upside, and also breaking this low and this zone, this is also a strong indication that we are going lower. All right, so this is the whole model. Again, very high probable model, and let's go to examples and you'll see how that looks. This is a very simple model, textbook. This is the ones that you want to take. All right, but you need to be aligned with the higher time frame, and this is the objective of this whole video. Okay, so you can see that we swept a low here. All right, this is the higher time frame low. We swept it, and then we have this zone, right? Let me outline it. We have first stop here, right? And then one more time price trading to the upside, failed to close above it, right? So the failure to close above it, this zone is still in charge, but when we close above it here, this is where you want to take your entry. All right, and you can see that we traded to the upside after that, and this is what we have on the higher time frame. But look what happened next. We traded to the upside, and then we failed to take this high. And if we take a look at the higher time frame, we can see that we are at an expansion leg. So what happened here? Price trading to the downside, swept our lower time frame low. This is the first trade that we took. All right, this is the 1 minute. The previous ones was the 5-second. Okay, so we took the trade from here, but after that we failed to make a new high. pair that up with we are at the top of the range and we are expecting a pullback, right? So we have an expansion and then we want to see a pullback. This is a shallow pullback, all right? If price wants to continue higher, it wouldn't fail to make a new high, all right? So when price takes this low, there's a low probability of reversing from here, okay? That's from the higher time frame. And if we go to the lower time frame, the lower time frame also confirms that. So when we have a sweep here, you can see that you don't take the trade unless the zone that was previously pushing price to the downside gets broken. So this is the zone. You can see that we have multiple tops into it and price is failing to violate it. All right, so we have first top here, second top, and then another attempt to break it, but you can see we failed to do that. You can see on the next example we failed to close above it. So this is why closures are very important, even on the 5 second. All right, and then what happened? Price traded to the downside and took this low. So from the higher time frame we can expect a pullback, and the lower time frame also supports that idea. You can see that we have no significant breaks. Now after that, from the higher time frame, so this is again how you get high probability trades and you get high win rate when you are aligned with what the higher time frame. So what the higher time frame is trying to do, this is the 5 second, this is the previous zone that was pushing price to the downside and price failing to close above it. We have a sweep here, right? And then we came back to it, couple of sweeps here, but still we are waiting for the zone to get broken again. Now this can be a bit complicated, but if we add some lipstick to it, this was the zone that was price found support from it, and then we have a top from here, another top here, and then all these tops right here, you can see that is still pushing price to the upside and price can easily trade to the upside from here. But once we broke it, then we have the meltdown to the downside, and you can see that here, right? So this is how you can identify zones and lows that once they are broken, price will trade to the downside, and that's your confirmation to take a trade. Let me show you another example. So this is a beautiful example here. You can see that you are trading to the downside, okay? The order flow is bearish on the higher time frame. We have a sweep, right? Couple of sweeps here. Now we drop lower and we try to find that zone and that low that if we break it, we're gonna trade to the downside, and that's our confirmation to trade lower. On the 5 second, you can see the zone here. This is the high and this is the low of it. If we drop even lower to the 1 second, right? This is all fractal, okay? 5 second, you can replace these time frames by any time frame, okay? By any combination of time frames. So this is the 1 second. You can see that this zone is that price is still finding support from it. So not the break of this low, for example, that is significant, or even this, but the break of this whole zone and this low, to be specific. You can see how much support we are finding from this zone. You can consider this as the first top. This is the second top into the 50% of the zone. And once we break it here, now we can find and we can take our trade. Okay, you can see it here. Now, this is also beautiful. You can see that we have another opportunity. We came back to this zone. We have a couple of sweeps here. These sweeps are from the 15-second time frame, so we have only wicks here. Now this zone is the one responsible for the bullish order flow, right? This is the one that if we break it, we're going to continue to the upside, because you can see that these rejections from it, we have the first top, the second top, and then price failing to make a new high. So once we broke it, once we break it, we can now take our trade. But look what happened here. Price made an attempt to break it. So you can see that here we failed to close above it. You can see failure to close above it, just like the first example, or the second example, I'm sorry. You can see it here, failure to close above it, and what happens is that we traded to the upside because this zone is still not violated. All right, so these are all the examples that I wanted to share with you. All right, and in the next video we're gonna do a long backtesting session together. All right, so I hope you liked this video. If you have any questions, DM me in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below and I will answer you as soon as I can. Now happy trading and good luck.